Shall we start, gentlemen? Begin the tier list for season 4. So let me preface this by saying that before I piss people off, that every character in this game is viable. And this is not necessarily a viability tier list more than it is just like a consistency tier list. Like every character in this game can carry every single one of them. That's the beauty of Guang and Jiang's creation. This is why Marvel Rivals is the best game ever, because every character is viable. It's just that some of them are more consistent at carrying games than others. And that is what we're going to be ranking characters off of today. So we're going to start off with the most controversial hero in the game, Black Panther. So this character has received a nerf in this season, and he's also gotten a buff in the form of a new team up with Hulk, right? Now the team up is pretty all right, but I feel like most of the time you have a Magneto or an Emma on your team, and this is for high elo, right? So I don't really think Panther is like, last season I might have put him like, you know, here, maybe here. Definitely not as consistent as, he was never as consistent as the top heroes, but you know, like maybe here or here. But this season with the 275 health, at least from what I've experienced playing him, he feels like he dies really fucking quick, which means the nerfs were kind of like a success. I think he's definitely counterable and a little bit weaker, but it still doesn't really make him that much more fun to play against. Like, I don't think the nerfs really solve his issue. I just think they make him more annoying to play. And not like, this is why I say that nerf is so bad, because I think they just make him more annoying to play and don't really make him any less annoying to play against. So in my opinion, the nerf was kind of a failure. But that being said, I don't really think like this character, I don't believe that he needs nerfs, because he really has so many hard counters in the game, and especially in this season with triple support and Ultron, he doesn't really like perform super well, especially Ultron. Like, this character is such a hard counter to Panther. There's so many things in the game that you can run to shut him down. You can run Thing, you can run Hulk Namor, you can run triple support, you can run Ultron, you can run Bucky, you can like any flyers. Like, there's so many ways to shut down this fucking character. And I don't know. I don't think he's really all that in this season. If I was rating him for high elo, I would probably put him in like B or C tier. I'll be completely honest, guys. But in lower elos, he's still kind of a menace because people refuse to swap. They love to play these characters that are super easy to fucking kill for Panther, like, you know, like Cloak and Dagger, and Luna and Mantis. Like, these characters are super easy to just like insta kill, right? And people like to play those heroes in lower elos. So yeah, in fucking high elos, you will never see, like, for example, a Mantis outside of triple support. So I don't know. I don't think Panther does too well into triple support. If I had to rate him overall, I'd probably put him like I don't know, B or C. What are you guys thinking? I'm not willing to rate him higher. I think he's too inconsistent, especially with Ultron this season. Like, he's just so inconsistent. B. Yeah, okay, I would put him in C for high elo, but like, let's say the low elo is bringing him up a little bit. Widow. I think this character's fucking super annoying. I think she's insanely good against dived. I think what's holding her back is just she locks you into a certain comp. This season, the preference is like triple support, which means you are always running Mantis, but then you're running Widow as your solo DPS. And would you want Widow as your solo DPS or something like Torch or Phoenix, you know? Like, her ult is just bad. I think that's what it boils down to. Like, heroes with bad ults in this game tend to not be super preferable to heroes with good ults. And Widow just has a bad ult, but I still think, like, I would put her, honestly, kind of like similar to Panther. I feel like she can definitely take over a lobby, but she's super inconsistent. I'd say she's more inconsistent because she's really bad if you don't have a if you don't have a Mantis. Like, if you can't get that one shot, I feel like she's significantly less viable. But she's kind of like, she's a weird character because I think she's actually pretty good against dive. Like, she's really annoying, especially like if you're getting dove by DPS. Not so much Venom and not so much Cap, but if you're getting dove by DPS, you actually just have like a super reliable one shot. Shut up, Luke. Shut up. No one plays this hero. I don't care. No one plays this hero. Like, I know she's annoying. But I'm not gonna put her higher if no one can get the fucking results with her. Like, she's annoying, and if she's probably like one buff away just from being like up here. Okay, I understand, but no one can get results with her, so I'm gonna rate her lower. You want a Widow over a Panther? I'd rather have a Panther if he knows what he's doing than a Widow. I've seen so many Widows just perform super bad, so I'll put her one tier lower. Cap, I think Cap is pretty solid this season. I wouldn't put him in the highest tier in the game, but like he's still good. Like he's either A or S for sure. Wait, A for America. A for America. It's perfect. Oh my god, he's gonna be the first, and then it says A and A. But if I had to rate him, I still think he's like really fucking good. I'd put Venom and him in the same tier. Like they're both like super fucking, like they serve the same purpose. I'm just gonna talk about them both at the same time because these characters just serve the same purpose. They disrupt the backline. They're impossible to kill, and they create so much space for your fucking DPS. They're just unkillable demons in the backline that are just unbelievably annoying. But I feel like their carry potential is kind of limited if your team isn't making use of your space. Does that make sense? Like a lot of the times, it doesn't matter if you go in and create space for 30 seconds if your team isn't gonna do anything in those 30 seconds. But they're still really good. I just think when it comes to carrying, like they might not be the greatest options, which is why I'm gonna put them in S tier, you know, instead of S plus. Like they are heroes that work in a very large amount of games, but sometimes you're just gonna get that kind of team that they just do nothing. Like you're probably not killing someone, especially if you're gonna be diving in, you know, in the backline where you're gonna be with another with an enemy support and probably like an enemy DPS. Like you're just gonna be disrupting them, and you're gonna be creating space, which is very valuable. But you're not gonna be killing anyone. And if your team doesn't do anything with that space, well, what's the point? You know, your dives are kind of useless in that sense if your team is stupid. So he's definitely not as good at carrying as something like Emma or Mag, in my opinion. Doctor Strange. I think he's pretty good this season. I don't know if I'd put him in S plus tier. Like, I don't think he's on the same level as Emma. I think he's like, it kind of depends on the bans. I think he's S tier as well. Like, I feel like if Emma is banned, this character's value goes way the fuck up. But if Emma is open, he's just not super great. And that goes for like some other characters in this list as well. Like, I'll probably do the same for Hulk and Groot. If Emma is open, their value shoots way the fuck up. Like Emma is probably the best tank in the game still because she's so good at dealing damage. But yeah, she keeps so many other tanks like out of the meta just by existing. Now I don't know where to put Strange really. Like I don't see him as consistently, but he's definitely like played a lot. You know, just I just say he's like a notch below Emma and Mag. So I'd probably put him in S tier. Like I really think all of these tanks are super fucking good. They're super viable. You can't go wrong with them. They're just a step below, you know, the top options in the game. But they're still really fucking good. And they're obviously like in any case where Mag or Emma are banned, like these are your next best options for tank. Groot. I think Groot is a really solid hero. I'll probably put him in A tier because he's just a little bit more counterable. Like he has more counters than just like Emma. You know, he's pretty bad into Emma. He's pretty bad into Wolverine. He's got a massive ass hitbox. Who's like really like he just needs his supports to never take their eyes off of him because this character can just melt in a fucking millisecond. He counters Wolverine. Okay, Luke, I'm gonna ban you for this tier list because you're pissed low and you're stupid and you're pissing me off. Actually, I won't ban you. I'll just give you like a 1 hour timeout so that then by the time I'm done with this, you're not going to be in this chat because you're fucking stupid. Did I ban him? What's going on? I can't unban him now. I don't know what's happening. Mods, fix it. Give him a 1 hour timeout. I'm not dealing with this peasant right now. Yeah, I mean, I think Groot is a solid hero. He's just like counterable. He does have like probably the best tank ult in the game. Now it does get like countered by shields and for example, like Mag ult, or it can be eaten by, again, Mag's shield. It can get caught on heroes, which might make you get a worse ult. But I do think that he's still good. He's just got more counters. His ult is fucking insane. Like his ult comboed with like another DPS ult can lead to a team wipe even through ultimates. But just because he does need a lot of resources, he does have counters. I'm gonna have to put him like slightly lower. I think he's a little bit less consistent in carrying. Like he's like, if you can draft an ideal situation for him, I think he's like even better. Like I think he's like straight up S plus. But since those counters are in the game, since there is Emma, since there is Wolverine, I would say that he's like probably about here in most games. But like he definitely can be the best tank in the game. Like, I've seen some Groots take over the fucking lobby. Like this character's disgusting if you draft him into the ideal scenario for him. Okay, Hulk. I don't say Hulk that much. This character is really hard to play, and he kind of has the same counters as Groot. I would put him in like A or B. It kind of depends on player skill level. I feel like this character takes a lot of effort to play. He's definitely harder than something like Groot, but the reward is about as high as Groot, but it just takes way more effort to play him, you know? So like he's a very, very difficult hero. I don't know if I'm rating like a really good Hulk, like probably like A tier, again, for the same reasons as Groot. Like you just have so many counters. Like this hero can't play the game into Emma. But yeah, I think he just has too many counters. He's good, but a character that's able to be shut down. But if you're a really good Hulk, you can absolutely take over lobbies. And you obviously you have a team up with one of the best DPS in the game, fucking Namor, so that's something to consider as well. Hulk Namor is really strong still, so just for that, like I was gonna put him in B tier, but that team up is still really, really good. And I don't think the BP team up is as good, but it's like a nice little bonus, I guess, that you get. Hawkeye, inconsistent. Hawkeye is inconsistent. He is very inconsistent. I don't think he's bad, but it's just like, it's the same shit as Widow. I feel like you see them once in a blue moon. They're usually played by experts, but like still I don't really see a Hawkeye carrying a game. I just see him doing well. And sometimes they'll do something insane, like one shot, like a Luna ult or something. And there is value in that, but how often does that really happen, you know? Like these characters, these are like theoretical characters. They're super strong, but then like when you actually see them played in game, they don't seem to like get as much value as like, you know, these theories would indicate that they should. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'll probably put him in C tier. He's super inconsistent. Like, yeah, there are some players that are really good that know how to play them and shit, but I don't think they're in the same realm as like, you know, stuff like Torch and Phoenix. It's just inconsistent. Like, for the average player, like really good Hawkeyes can maybe even squeeze out like a B or an A, but like your average player is probably gonna suck ass at this hero, especially since it's an aim hero. Like you're usually not too happy to see a Hawkeye on your team. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think you're too happy. Like you'd still rather have like a Panther. I feel like a Panther has more impact in a game because, you know, he can just delete the supports with less effort than, you know, Hawkeye, because he has to hit the headshot. Hela is just a worse version of Phoenix. I think she's a worse version of Phoenix. I think she's more consistent than something like Panther, but I don't think she's great. I'd put her in A tier, honestly. I think she's a good option if Phoenix is banned, but very counterable, like easy to shut down. But she's still a decent hit scan option. But yeah, not too much, not too terrific in terms of survivability. I think she's all right. She's just a okay hit scan option. She doesn't have much drop off. She can snipe you across the map. If your positioning is good, like you can delete people. If your aim is good, you delete people. She's all right. Decent hero. Iron Fist. Ooh, S+ with the new skin. Yeah, if we're rating the new skin, S+. Iron Fist, the immortal Iron Fist. The immortal Iron Fist. The cheaper town hall. Where am I putting this hero? I kind of feel like he's about like the same consistency as Panther. I don't know. Like I've seen some people that are like freaks on this hero. They're absolutely iron freaks. But nah, actually Panther is better. Panther's better. Never mind. Like this character is kind of like a tank in the sense that like he goes in and he goes in the back line and then he just whatever, like he just tickles them and then doesn't die, then leaves. But there's not a lot of value in that. It's kind of the same. It's like you're playing a worse version of Captain America. Like this character doesn't have a lot of lethality when it comes to killing. Like he really has like an identity crisis. Like this character doesn't know what does he want to be? Does he want to be a backline assassin? Does he want to be a tank? Does he want to be a tank buster? What does he want to be? What the fuck is his role? Does he want to be a healer? Does he want to be a healer? This season he has even more roles. He's a healer now because he has like the Luna team. Like what the fuck does this character want to be? I don't know. You tell me. I think he's kind of inconsistent. So I would put him like low-key the same tier as these characters. I think we have too many tiers. I'll see if I'll edit it later on. Iron Freak! The other Iron Freak. His ultimate is like, if Mag wasn't in the game, he'd get more value, but it often feels like whenever there's a Mag in the game, which is like 100% of the time because everyone fucking plays Mag, I feel like it just turns into a no you. And he just, there's a Uno reverse and just nukes your fucking team. He's viable in low elo. I think all flyers are good in low elo. We're gonna have like a really loaded C tier. I just feel like so many characters are average Like, they're just inconsistent. I see him, I view him the same as he's just an inconsistent DPS character, that's all. His ult is counterable and he's easy to shoot out of the air because he's kind of fucking slow when he's doing damage. I mean, he's really mobile when he's just flying around, but when you fly around, you can't do damage. Unlike Torch, who can just be a fucking speed demon while killing you. And Iron Man can't do that. Now, he has good damage. He's actually good against other air heroes, but still, I feel like, I don't know, just inconsistent here. It's way too easy to kill. Just way too easy to kill. In my eyes, same consistency as these others. Like, I don't know if I really have them in any particular fucking order. Like, they're all just inconsistent in my eyes. Magik. Magik is good. Magik is good, but triple support is better. And also, she cannot play into Ultron. But I feel like she's actually a really good melee hero. She's really good at carrying. I would put her in A or S. Like, she's not here for sure, but she's good. I feel like she can be almost as good as Hela, pretty much. I would say I'm pretty, like, this season, like, she's got a little bit of a mini rework. She's really good. But again, she's pretty counterable. You can still go things like Thing. You can choke her as Emma. You can bubble her targets as Mag. Like, it's not like this character isn't counterable. You know, she still has, like, you know, the melee DPS curse, which is being fucking shit against flyers and, bad against Hulk Namor. So she does have counters, but like, she's really good if those counters aren't present. Like, I think she can get a lot of value. If there's no magic counters present in the game and you have a Strange, I sort of think this character is fucking crazy at carrying games. Like, that team up is so fucking strong, but that's in an ideal world. And you're oftentimes not playing her in ideal scenarios, you know? Sometimes you don't have Strange and sometimes you're playing into flyers and sometimes, you know, that you get choked by Emma, which insta kills you. Like, you really have to watch out for Emma in your ult. I've had so many of my ults just shut down by Emma. Not that it isn't unplayable, but it's like just annoying. You have so many things to think about when you're ulting. And if Emma is banned, I definitely think she's a bit more viable, like maybe even S tier. But if she's not, then probably like A. Let's put her high A. I think Magik's good. And yeah, there's also Bucky as well. Like, if you get hit by Bucky's dash, you can't portal out, which means you die. Man, fuck Bucky this season. Bucky's annoying. Mag. S+. First S+, easy S+. This character's good. He's been good since not season 0, not season 1, not season 2, not season 3, since the fucking alpha of the game. People have been playing Mag Strange. This character is still good. It's been literally over a year. The beta has been in like May. This character's been good for a year and a half. This guy is just, I don't know, he's just withstood the test of time. He is fucking really good, super consistent tank, dishes out good damage. His ult has so much utility. You can block ultimates with it. You can one-shot support ults with it. You can play at a range. He has good poke. He's just a perfect tank, bro. He's just so good. You always want a mag. Like, this character does not have a scenario in which he is bad. Okay, and that's what S+ is to me, is like, most of these characters can just be picked in 99.9% of scenarios and they're going to be good. Like, you always want them in the slot. Does that make sense? Okay, Good Night. The Goon. I tear through the cloudless night just like the moon. Yo, Loki, I sound like him. Anyway, Good Night. I think he's better this season. I'd say, like, we still need a little bit more time on him. Like, I think there's so much potential with him, especially with the 2 right clicks. I feel like he might be sleeper OP. I'm not willing to put him higher because I wanna experiment with myself. With him myself. What the fuck? Yeah, I want to experiment with him myself. Yeah. I think he has potential. Like, I think he's all right, but a little bit inconsistent. Like, he still, you know, does have like the problem of being super squishy and dying really fast, but I think there's potential. Like, I could definitely see this hero shooting up, like, you know, even up to here, or like maybe even here, given enough time. I feel like he's a sleeper. He's sleeping this season, okay? Sleeper OP. Anyway, Namor. Do I put this character in like S+ or S? I feel like he's just... This character's just fucking good, man. Like, it's so annoying on the flank. He's good against dive. He's good not against dive and also against dive. Like, he's just always good. Maybe just S. I feel like he's just so good. And with the team up, it gets even better. Like, he's just such a consistent hero. His turrets are auto aim. The right click is really easy to land. Like, his combo is he just throws out 2 turrets and then presses right click. And that's usually almost enough damage to just delete someone straight up. And then, like, if you have good aim and hit headshots, you can activate your squids again, which makes him do giga damage. I just think this character's Disgusting, bro. Loki has fallen off a little bit. Loki has fallen off, but I just think it's because triple support is so strong and you want a Luna usually. Like, it's because he wants to be paired with like either Luna or Invis, but triple support wants to do like 2 DPS-y supports, so he doesn't have a good ult to copy. Like, I think Loki is gonna be good again once they nerf triple support. Like, I definitely don't think this character is bad or anything. It's just that he doesn't have really great copy targets. It's not as valuable. Like, copying a Mantis ult or like an Ultron ult, or even like a Jeff ult or something like that, like all those off healers, it's just not as viable or as good as like Luna. You know, Luna is by far his best copy target. Hell, even Invis is not as great, you know? And Luna did get nerfed, which definitely impacted Loki a little bit. And he also got nerfs on his own, which is definitely a little bit brutal. I wish they like redirected this energy into nerfing Luna. I wish she got those fucking nerfs that Loki did. But yeah, I don't think like, I don't know, man. I swear he's not as bad as people make him out to be. Like, he's good. He's right behind. Like, I feel like he's in a balanced spot. So I'd probably put him in like A tier. I think he's decent. Dude, I don't know who to put in D and F. Should I fill up some D and F? All right, let's get some like D and F tier heroes. Okay. F tier, fantastic. Garbage hero. Completely terrible. No purpose. I mean, this character is like, okay, his niche is anti-dive, but explain to me in what scenario I would run Mr. Fent instead of Bucky. Why would I ever run this hero? Like, I can just insta-kill someone on Bucky if I hit them with my shift or right-click or, you know, a headshot. I can delete them almost instantly. Why would I play this character to peel backline? If you can't aim, true. If you can't aim, I guess this hero is good. But I don't know, he's just bad and he sucks. His ult is bad. His kit is bad. He's just got a niche for like anti-dive, and dive is bad. So no, don't play this hero. He's bad. He's a very bad use of your slot, your DPS slot. Do not play this hero. I think he's garbage. Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is also trash. I feel like she's worse this season because they nerfed her team up. They reduced its damage. They cut it in half for whatever reason. I don't know why. They buffed her ult damage and they made her healable and fade, but that hasn't really done too many wonders for her. C or D tier? No, guys, this hero is... No, like, I feel like once you get up to a certain elo, you realize like how exploitable she is. She's very exploitable, guys. Like, she's only good if you can't aim. And once you start playing against people who aim, you realize how much lower her DPS is compared to the aiming characters. I don't think she's good. I'll be completely real. I really don't think this character is good. And you guys need to learn how to play against her, aka just fucking click on her, because she's sucking you for like 15 DPS and you can just shoot her in her stupid fucking face twice and insta-kill her while she sucks you off. She's just not good. I don't know. I can't rate this character in higher. I mean, there's some like, okay, is she as bad as Fent? I mean, I guess she could go in D tier. Like, there's definitely some cheese you can do with this character, like the strange portal shit. But that's like really high cost, and if it goes wrong, it's really bad. You're throwing the game. But I do think she has a bit more purpose than Fent. All right, okay, fine. You guys have persuaded me into putting her into D tier, but that's not really a high bar. It's not high praise. Like, I do think you can do some more creative shit with her, but she's still a really bad character. Like, I would put her bottom of D. Like, I'm gonna push her all the way right because she's bottom of D. Mantis, probably best character in the game. Just enables triple support like no other. There's so many comps you can run with her. There's a reason she's like banned in Ignite first every single time. You can just run Mantis with Ultron. It's really good. Like, you usually run one main heal and then like Mantis in like a DPS support. So you can do like, for example, Luna Snow, Mantis, Ultron. You can do Luna Snow, Mantis, Jeff, Luna Snow, Luna Snow, Mantis, fucking Adam. You can do you can honestly just even do Jeff Mantis, fucking Ultron. All the triple support comps are just viable. They're better than any 2-2-2 alternative that you can think of. So all of these characters are just going at the top of S, like Jeff, Mantis, for all the same reasons. I mean, I guess I'll just explain it individually, but I still think these characters are just super fucking good. Okay, like they're always good, always fucking good. Yeah. So Mantis S tier, has damage boost, has a decent ultimate. She heals a lot. She has great utility. Does good damage if you can aim. Insane. Jeff, same shit. Unkillable fucking demon, piece of shit, disgusting Landshark. Fuck Jeff. I hate Jeff. He's a goddamn terrorist this season. His ult is really annoying. There's like a fucking stupid bug with it now where you can stall forever. Hopefully it gets fixed. But you can like kind of you have like spots on the map where you can essentially like use your ult but not go into the ground, so you're just kind of stuck in a falling animation in which you're invulnerable. You can't be stunned, you can't be damaged in it. And then what people use it for is to, so he makes the sound when he ults, but he doesn't make the sound when he goes into the ground. So you can kind of ult after your team wins a fight and just like wait, and then it's gonna make the sound. The enemy team's not gonna hear it because they're dead, or they're gonna think you trolled your ult. Anyway, they're gonna start walking up, and then you just go into the ground when they like overextend, and you just fucking eat them with no sound, and you just throw them off the map. And also like he makes like a pool now, so like you can just, you know, you can just literally walk into the enemy team, ult, and then instantly eat them, and you'll have like a circle on the ground that heals you for 100 on top. Or like if you leave a bubble, it's even more, it's amplified. And then he also has his own self-healing on top of all of that. So like he's so hard to shut down. The only way you're killing him is like if you insta-kill him with like a mag ult, or like, it's not like it's completely uncounterable, but this character is just so fucking annoying. And not to mention he does good damage. He his fucking left click is so fucking wide. Why the fuck does the beam cover the entire hallway? In, for example, Hell's Heaven, it covers the whole fucking hall. When you're shooting, you're just healing your whole team, and you're damaging the enemy team. And you can find like really nice angles where you can essentially just shoot through your whole team and their whole team at the same time. It's just disgusting. It like, he's so fucking good. He's so good right now. And triple support is insane. And this character is like one of the main enablers of it. Like he's just so strong. Invis is, I would say Invis is also S+. She's just the next best character. Like you can make a good argument for S, but I still think she's S+ because she's worse than Luna, but in cases in where Luna is banned, you always want to play her. Like I think, yeah, she's like basically the main heal slot. Your main heal slot is usually Invis and Luna, or Invis or Luna, and if one of them is banned, you can just play the other. It's that simple. She's just good. She's good main heals. Hard to kill. She's invisible. She has utility in the form of the push, which can really like, which is super underrated. That can definitely like carry fights, get you kills that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Super great. Luna Snow, still best character. I'm just gonna put all the support. Like, I don't know who I would have as the definitive best, but if I had to like order them in a way, it would probably be like that, or I don't know. They're so good. They're all insanely fucking strong. It's so hard to like rate them all in order because they're just all good. They're always good in that slot, you know? They're just insane. And yeah, Luna Snow is still good. They nerfed her ult to 10 seconds, but now that does have a little bit of an impact, but it's still the strongest ult in the game by far. It doesn't matter. Like, she has the freeze, very hard to kill. Her healing is really high. When she starts clapping, she doesn't even have to aim. It's strong for the same reason as Jeff. Is like when you clap, you can literally heal your whole team in like a massive fucking radius. Again, it's huge. The clap radius is huge, by the way. I don't know, for people that don't know that, the clap radius is absolutely fucking massive. I don't know if it's as big as Jeff's, but it's huge. So you can essentially cleave through your whole team. You're damaging the enemy team. You're healing your team at the same time. It's just generating ult super fast. You're doing like 150 heal per clap. It's just ridiculous. And her ult is like the best ult in the game. And she has like the snowball. She has self-healing when she throws any abilities. She has the snowflake, which is really good against which is really good for characters that want to flank. You can heal them, make them so much harder to kill, like when they're on the flank. Just gross hero, so much utility, so much healing, so much damage. Just really fucking strong. Anyway, I think you guys know why Luna Snow's strong. She's still strong for the same reasons she was always strong. Peni Parker, bad hero, not worse in the game. She's annoying on some maps. There's some utility. Yeah, I think this hero sucks. She's a lot better on attack, but you know, she's kind of like same as Scarlet Witch. This is just like the low elo demons. These are like the low elo demons. Like when I think of low elo characters, I just see like these faces, bro. These evil ass fucking faces. Sorry, she's better on defense. Whatever. She's better on defense. That's what I meant to say. She's worse on attack. Like she's way worse on attack and way better on defense. So she does have some utility on some certain maps. That's why her win rate is always super high, because usually people play her on maps where they have the setup for it. It's usually on defense, and you know, it can be really difficult to deal with, especially if your team is stupid and isn't breaking the nests or is just walking into the mines. So there is some utility. I don't think she's like unplayable F tier, but when it comes to carrying, like, would you rather have a Peni on your team or a Magneto on attack, for example, on certain maps. It's pretty obvious, right? It's an easy choice. Psylocke. I think Psylocke's good. I think Psylocke's good. I don't think she's as consistent as Namor, but I think she's still S tier. Like, she's lost a little bit of burst. She's hard to play, but I do think she's still a lot more consistent than, like, you know, the melee options and some of the projectile options and, you know, the snipers and shit. I think she's okay, just really hard to play, really punishing to fuck up on her. She does good damage, and I don't. She's kind of frustrating to play in triple support because there's so much sustain, and you just got to be super locked in. But if there's any character that has like the damage to go through it, it's Psylocke. And this character does still insane damage. They didn't even touch her left click at all. Basically, they only nerfed her right click, which affects her burst a little bit, which does matter because like, usually she's bursting you from 100 to 0 really fast if she's hitting the shots. Now you have time to react, but not that much more. Like, I still think she's good. She's just a little bit weaker. And I don't even think she's super, like, I don't even think she's really weaker necessarily because of the right click nerf. Like, that definitely does play into it. I just think the meta has shifted and triple support is just fucking really annoying. And they have so many cooldowns for your ult. Like, they have soul bond, they have fucking like, you can just out sustain it with heals. Oh, Riggs is in chat actually. Okay, she's okay, not a super, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, previous season I probably would have put her in S+. She was like really good, maybe just under Phoenix and Torch, but this season she's a little bit weaker because of triple support in my opinion. Yeah, it's just triple support is hurting. That's what I think as well. I think triple support is hurting this character more than for example, like the right click nerf. It's triple support. Like, the meta doesn't favor her. As soon as it shifts out of it, she's still gonna be a demon. Like, she's still gonna be like, you know, like where she was before, basically, just under Torch and Phoenix. She's still like probably the third best character in the DPS character in the game. Maybe Star-Lord is a bit more consistent in this meta, but yeah, I think I still think she's a demon. Spiderman. By the friendly neighborhood Spiderman. Where are we putting this character? What do we think, guys? F or D tier? F or D tier? Like, do I even need to fucking start? Like, I mean, actually, where do I start? Where do I start with this character? What, like he is just so fucking squishy. He sucks ass into triple support. He does not have the damage to kill them. They have so many cooldowns. Literally almost all of the triple support characters can win 1v1s against him. He's just bad. He is so hard to play. I should put him in, like, if I was realistically rating him, he would be in like maybe C or D tier. I'm gonna put him in F tier because it's a Necros tier list and it kind of has aura. If Spider-Man's in F tier, like, you know what I mean? It kind of has aura. He's just gonna be here. I think this character sucks. Like, he's not good into triple support. He's really hard to play, really hard to get value out of. But he does have utility in hooking people off the map. But that's about it. That's about it. You just hook people off the map, and if you can't do that, I think he's garbage. Like, it's not like he can't work. Again, this is, every character in this game is viable. I think Spider-Man is viable. Okay, I think he's viable, but I just think he's inconsistent when it comes to carrying games. He has all of the counters of, you know, Bucky, Panther and Magik. Like, he gets countered by Bucky, he gets countered by like Hulk Namor, he gets countered by, you can bubble his targets, you can push him away out of his, like, his combo gets interrupted by, like, for example, like, have you guys ever experienced getting your uppercut interrupted by like a Jeff right click? It's fucking annoying. Or Invis can push. You can get slept, frozen. Like, all of these characters have insane matchups into Spider-Man. It's so much effort. It's genuinely such a fucking chore to play this character. It is a chore to get kills on him because you have to do so much damage. Your resources are so limited, so you need to hit all of your shots. You need to be absolutely locked the fuck in when you go in. You need to hit all of your shots, all of your combos. Your inputs need to be fucking perfect. And if you fuck up anywhere along the way, you have to leave and you get essentially zero fucking value for it. You don't get a kill. And if you're not getting a kill, if you're not getting picks on this character, he's complete garbage. He's like a waste of like the DPS slot, and he's pretty much nearly as bad as, like, you know, these like low elo demons. Like, I realistically probably C tier, but for the screenshot, we're putting him in F tier. But it's really not that much. It's really not that far off. He's so bad. Like, this meta is so bad for him. Okay, like, it's so bad. Once the meta shifts, he's gonna get a little bit better. But I think that in this particular meta, he really just does not have the damage. Like, all of his damage is tied to cooldowns, and his cooldowns are long as fuck. And your whole combo, your whole initiation, it takes like 15 seconds for all your cooldowns to come back. Your whole initiation can get undone by like one Luna Snow clap or like one Adam fucking finger snap. It's just bad. It's ugly. It's ugly. This character is Oh, it's so bad. So much effort to play. Such a chore to play in this meta. Like I had barely any fun. Like I still love playing him, but he's not good. I would not, like if my goal was winning games, I would never play him. I would never play this hero just to win games. Unless I'm in like some lower elo lobby that I know I would win anyway. That I would win in anyway. Like then I'll just pick him to have fun. But he is really fucking bad. Really bad. Whew. Okay, Spiderman rant over. Squirrel Girl. Low elo demon? I think she's a low elo demon. Okay, I do play with Andrew, and for some reason, like this dude went from playing Venom to Squirrel Girl. Like I do think she has some maps on which she's like quite good, namely the Araco map in that hallway. Like people always pick her to just spam it because it gets so much value. But the devs actually like nerfed her projectile damage, didn't they? Like it went from 120 to like 100 or something, and her ult is just. It's not that her ult is bad, it's just that like, I feel like you're kind of at mercy of the AI. Like sometimes it will just fucking go boop, 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 and just one shot like an entire hallway. And sometimes it will just like bounce at a really weird angle and go off the map. 110 to 100, yeah, they also nerfed her damage. Which is like, I don't know, it's weird that this character's receiving nerfs. Because like, I mean, I think she's good in low elo, but like this character's so like exploitable. She's so bad in higher elos. And again, it just comes down to having a bad ult. Like her gun isn't that bad, but her ult just sucks, and her survivability isn't super impressive in my opinion. So yeah, she's like inconsistent. Like it's not like she can't carry games, but I think she's inconsistent. Star-Lord, I don't see this character in ranked, but he's present in pro play everywhere. I don't know, I just really don't see him that much in ranked though. I think it's because you need some coordination to farm ult like with Mag Bubble, but I definitely think he's really good. Like I would rate him like above Namor and Psylocke, honestly. Maybe not for solo queue. I think he's really good. I don't know why I don't see him so much though. Like people don't like to play him. It's weird. I would probably put him here because he's like such a good DPS. Probably like just under Torch and Phoenix, but I don't know. I'll put him in S tier because no one plays this character in ranked in my games. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I think he's super good. Above Magik, yeah, absolutely. I think he's super strong. I'll just put him, you know, top of S tier, essentially. Storm, dude, Storm is an all right hero. I think Storm is good. So here's the problem with Storm. Like I think Storm is a really fair hero. Storm is super fair. Like I feel like there's almost nothing that's unfair about her. She's just like a flying character that does solid damage. She's relatively easy to kill, and the problem with her is that she's not a very good solo queue character. That's the problem. It's because like a lot of the times like she gets good value in certain comps, but like a lot of the times, and specifically in low elo, I feel like people like to play dive. And for example, if you have like, I don't know, like a Venom cap dive with a Panther, that's 3 dive characters. Like, do you really want to be playing Storm into like in that? And that's so common in low elo. And then like, let's say your backline is something like, you know, what's the most common backline in low elo? Probably like Rocket, Cloak, I guess. Like, do you really get much value there out of your damage boost? You're essentially just Jeff NATO. Jeff NATO is really counterable. Maybe it's really strong in low elo. Like if you can draft 3 supports, it's definitely got like a lot more value. In low elo, I feel like, do you really want to have Jeff in 2 support comps? Probably not. I don't know. I think she's like a very fair hero. Like I think she's okay. Just counterable, you know? She's just fair. In my opinion, she's probably one of the most fair heroes in Rivals, and I like Storm. I actually like playing her too, but as I said, she just dies too easily, and she relies on your team playing in your circle. I think she's balanced. She's perfectly balanced. Like, I love this hero. She's super cool. Punisher. I never see this hero. He needs like, I think he's kind of like Storm in the sense that like, he needs like certain comps. He needs to play into certain comps, and he needs certain comps on his team, you know, to be really good. Like he's really strong, for example, into Groot. I don't know how good I don't know how consistent he is in solo queue. Like his survivability isn't super great. He does have good consistent damage, and his ultimate is good, but it feels like if your team doesn't help, yeah, Craigie Punisher. I mean, Craigie barely plays fucking, like he's always on Phoenix. What do you mean? Like most of the time, his ult is just, again, you're playing into Mag, and Mag can just fucking dunk you, bro. E for Executioner. Yeah, like Mag just dunks you. I think the problem is, again, like Mag, like he's way stronger if you draft if you ban Mag. If he's not playing into Mag, if he's playing in something like Groot, something like Hulk, like fat targets that you can just shoot and farm, I think he's good. But like into Mag, dude, like, and especially if your team is not protecting you, like his ult requires a lot of pocketing, and if that isn't present, like you're just gonna peek that corner and fucking die. You can have a Mag on your team, yeah, but you can also not have a Mag on your team and be playing into a Mag. Then it's not so fun. Then it's not super consistent. I'm rating this based on how consistent these characters are at like carrying games, you know. And I think Punisher's all right, but like, would you say he's more consistent than any of these heroes that I've rated above? I don't think so. Anyway, Thor, the God of Thunder. Thor, the God of Thunder. I fucking hate playing this character, but like, there's low-key been I'm playing with and against this character. There's been a fucking infestation of Thor players in ranked, and I don't even think he's that bad, but it's just that, like, it's so easy to fuck up on this character. But he's good if you're not a greedy bitch. His ult also is a little bit better this season. I don't know. I don't think he's just anywhere in the realm of consistency as these like tanks here, or even these here. So maybe I just put him in like B tier, maybe like here, you know? I think he's all right, and I think he's actually really good in low elo. Like this character was like, I remember I was playing tank when I was doing my unranked to Celestial, and I just didn't have enough damage in the other tanks to carry the game. So I just went Thor, and I just killed everyone myself. So there's like a lot more value to him in lower elos. Like this character is so brain dead in the sense that like he beats almost every DPS in the I think every DPS in the game in a 1v1. You can actually just pop your awakening and fucking run at them and M1 and just kill them. It's stupid. I think he's all right, but in higher elos where these, you know, people will have heals, where these people will have peel and shit, I think he's a lot less consistent at carrying games. So I don't know, I would rate him in like probably high B. It's really like his ult still isn't super great, and survivability not that good, but I've seen some Thors being played, and B kind of feels a little bit low, but I'll just put him in high B, and that's gonna A with team up. No, you never, no, you never want to be running, what the fuck? You never want to be running Angela Thor. When is ever a scenario where you want to be running Angela Thor? Like, come on guys, we're limited to one throw pick tank. We can't have two throw pick tanks, then the rest of the team can't play the game, and it's mad. Triple tank? Yeah, good luck finding 3 tank players. I can't even find one. I'm usually with a solo tank mag. Isn't that fun? 3 tanks? Be for real. Be for real. Okay, Cloak and Dagger. I don't know, bro. I feel like all of these options are almost like, they're all good. They're all good. I think Cloak and Dagger is definitely a little bit less consistent. Like, it's a bit easier for mag to kill, but like, if you get a little bit of peel. All right, for solo queue, assuming your team is going to be dumb, I will say that I think she's like a slightly less good option between like Luna and Invis. Like, she can be better in some scenarios, but in most, I think, especially in high elo, people have learned how to like play against mag ult. Like, I definitely see way less cloaks getting dunked because your team is ready to protect. Like, you have strangers with the shields, you have mags with the bubbles and shields, you have, you know, brutes from a wall or something. Like, people are trying to make it hard for mag, or people are definitely making it harder for mag to like dunk these guys, but I still think like I've also seen so many Cloak and Daggers just try to engage with ult, and then I hear go up time, and then I hear fear Magneto, and then she's dead like 2 seconds later. Like, that happens a lot more with her than it does with Luna than it does with Invis, in my opinion. So I'll rate her a little bit lower just because of her vulnerability to mag and like in general one shots while she's placing her ult, because she cannot move while she's placing it basically. Or maximum pulse, yeah. There's ways to kill her, and for that reason, I think she's a bit less consistent, but honestly, like, if your team is peeling, this character is as good as any of these. Maybe sometimes even better. Like, genuinely, but like, just because oftentimes you won't have that peel, I'll put her just a little bit lower. But she's still good, don't get me wrong. Like, don't let the S tier make you think that she's any less viable than these. It's just that she's got a bit more weaknesses, that's all. She's got a bit more weaknesses, and like losing the defensive ult is particularly fucking brutal. Like, whenever you fumble a DPS ult, it's like, it sucks, but it's whatever. But when you lose a defensive ult, you're really sad. Yeah, and Bucky can also like, I've killed so many cloaks by like waiting at the end with Bucky and then just hooking her, and then just like using the uppercut at the end to like send her out of the ult far away, and then she can't fade immediately after, so I just shoot them and they die. So yeah, that's also happened. And I, for example, like, it's you can kind of do that to Invis, but it's harder. And you can't do that to Luna. or Mantis, you know, but you can't do it to Cloak. It's way more consistent on Cloak because she's usually going to be like overextending with her ult to like put it into your team, essentially. So yeah, she's a bit less consistent than the other options. Rocket! Rocket. I'd say probably same tier as Loki. He's really bad if there's a Phoenix in the game. Like, God forbid you ever have a fucking Rocket on your team when there's a Phoenix in the lobby. Nothing makes me more sad. But if Phoenix is banned, I don't think he's all that bad. I think he's pretty good at living. He's B? Alright. Yeah, no, yeah, I guess. I mean, he's... I don't know, like the thing with this character is like, I feel like there's a lot of value in characters that are just brain dead. Okay, you can get B for brain dead because it's so easy to operate this character. Like you can put anyone on them and they're gonna get like 90% of the value, even if they're first timing it. Like he's so easy to just like run around with, live with, just heal, do nothing. He is the weakest healer. He is, you know, the most counterable because like his ult is breakable. And he only offers healing. That's his only utility. I mean, I guess there is the res as well, but and the jump pack, but the jump pack is only used for Wolverine at the start of the game usually, and maybe some tanks to like avoid getting off the map. But other than that, I do feel like he's pretty inconsistent because you can break his ult, and if you have a Phoenix, then dear God, someone help you, poor soul. If you have a Rocket on your team and you're against a Phoenix, but yeah, pretty okay. Like I think he's fine. Realistically, I think he's like the same as Loki, but to make you guys happy, I'll put him in B. But I do think like they're pretty similar this season in terms of like value. That my point is they're worse than these three options. Okay, like you'd much rather have either of these three over like Rocket and Loki. That's the point of it. Adam, S+. I think Adam is a little bit weaker than the other three options, but I think he's still good. Triple support is just annoying. Adam is probably the best at dealing damage out of the triple support characters, and he's also really like, he makes your team so much harder to dive. Like it kind of depends on your like soul bond usage. Nah, I think he's S+. I think he's guys, triple support is fucking broken. Triple support is broken. It's just so much better to have him over any other option, any other DPS option. I'm sorry, like he's not good in 2 supports, but he's really good in 3 supports. Now, it is the weakest alternative of the 3, which is why I have put him here. Just so you guys know, I think Mantis is the best, Jeff is the second best, and then Adam is the third, in my opinion. But you still would much rather, like, if they ban Mantis and Jeff, then you can just run, you know, I guess we'll talk about Ultron next, but you could run it with fucking Ultron and a main heal. Like, I just think triple support is that strong that you can run any combination of it and find success. Like, genuinely, it's just that good. When I'm playing Outlast, a little bit later. Okay. Now, let's talk about my main character. The character that I've played the most in this season. I am beyond my pitiful creator. I am beyond Ultron is fucking disgusting. Like, I've been playing a lot more of this character than I'm willing to admit. Like, I have quite a bit of hours. Like, I'm pretty sure if I check my... if I check my alt account, like, I don't even know. Yeah, I still have the most hours on Ultron, and as you can see, found pretty good success on him. I think he's like really disgusting in triple support. He works a lot better if you have a Mantis. Like, you definitely want to have a Mantis on your team over anything else, but it's still good even if you don't have her. Like, I've ran Ultron with, like, you know, double heal bot characters. Like, I've ran this exact combo Ultron, and in these two, it's been okay. Like, he's also decent with Jeff. He's okay with actually, I don't know if I'd run him with Adam really, but like with Mantis, he really shines. And I don't know, he just makes your backline so much harder to kill. He counters dive naturally. He's so easy to play. He's just so fucking strong. Like, he is such a strong, he gets his ult in like a millisecond. Like, I've won so many fights. Like, first fight, I just farm my ult, and I usually get Ultron ult by the time the enemy supports are on like 70-80%. Or 60-70%-ish. And yeah, then you immediately just tempo ult as soon as you get it, and oftentimes you just one-shot the backline, especially if you have Mantis damage boost. Like, the damage is really overwhelming. It's not like you can't die, like people will try to shoot you, but remember, you can just pocket the Ultron. Like, I usually call for like my Luna to clap my cheeks. It's the call out I prefer. Like, I'll play with my femboy kitten Desley, and I'll just say, Desley, clap my cheeks, and then he'll start clapping, and then I'll just ult and I'll just run them down, because I'm healing myself. I'm getting the Luna self heal. I usually have fucking Snowflake, which means I'm getting healed like 200 per clap. So I'm pretty much just making everyone look at me, and they're wasting their time because I'm CC immune. They can't like stun me out of the ult. They can't kill me because I'm getting clapped. And yeah, you just run them over. You just hold M1 and you mouse over the enemy backline and they fucking die instantly, especially if you have Mantis damage, which is particularly disgusting. Ultron is broken. Fuck triple support. What have they done? Why are all my DPS buddies on DP, or why are all my DPS buddies on support this season? This fucking sucks to see, bro. Triple support is just so gross. This is crazy how all of my, like, all of the S plus is just like almost the entirety of the support roster. Where's the feat list? Shut up, Ash. Bucky, Loki. I look like Bucky. I can't even lie. Loki. I think Bucky's S. Like this character, okay, this character is good, and at the same time, he kind of sucks. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. The reason why Bucky has such a low fucking win rate is because this character's whole value depends on hitting your hooks. Because, like, he does have good frontline damage, but in this game where healing is so fucking high, oftentimes you're just feeding the enemy backline ult charge by spamming the tanks. Like, the tanks have really good defensive options to like live and like kind of ward off your damage for a little bit while they get healed in like a second, and then they're just full health again. So you're just constantly feeding. So like your value on Bucky is going to be dependent on like hitting your hooks on the tanks. And now that can be really hard when you're playing against something like, for example, Mag, that has multiple ways to stop your hook. When you're playing against Strange, who can just pull up a shield on demand. When you're playing against, I mean, I guess he's pretty good against Groot, but Groot has some options too. Like he can just put up a wall, like especially in the high elo. Like a lot of Groots will predict my hook. They'll hear me charge and they'll put a wall, and I'll just hook him into the wall. So like these characters do have like options, but yeah, particularly, and Emma as well. I haven't talked about Emma yet. I'll talk about her next, I guess. Emma also can put up a shield. She can use her diamond form to like not get hooked, which honestly is a pretty good trade because hook is a 12-second cooldown and diamond form is 16. So it's, you take that trade any day. But still, like, it's much better to, you know, waste the cooldown than to like get hooked and die. So yeah, these characters have like options to deal with him, and that's why he isn't good always. But I do think that he's all right. Now, I would actually probably put him at the bottom of S tier. Like, he is good, but his niche is anti-dive. Oh, it's 18 seconds or whatever. 18 seconds. His niche is anti-dive. Like, this character doesn't get value always if there isn't a dive, but he will always get value. Like, you can get so much value if you're playing against something like a Panther. Like, you can just, you know, if you hook him, he's instantly fucking dead. If you dash him, he's instantly fucking dead, like when he goes on your backline. If you're playing in something like Venom or Cap, his damage is really fucking high. So like you can just force them to leave really quickly by just shooting them. And not to mention, like, if it's like a Venom and you somehow manage to hook him or like knock him up during his swing, he's just instantly dead. So there's the option of just there's the possibility of just insta killing them if you time it properly. And yeah, I just think he's probably the least consistent of the good heroes, but he's like a really good option, and he's like incredible into dive. Like, he is such a good anti-dive. Like, the devs are really hammering down his niche, which is anti-dive, like really hard with, you know, his recent buffs that he got, where he like, you're earthbound when you get like knocked up. So if you like catch a Spiderman, he can't like swing, which means you just get like to shoot him twice, and they just usually die when they get like knocked up by the shift. It's really strong. It's really strong. But yeah, if you're not playing into dive, I think this character is a bit inconsistent, because like if you're not hitting hooks, you're useless. You're just wasting time just spamming tanks. Anyway, that's it for Bucky. I hope you guys understood. I think he's a good character, but I don't think he's like he's just good against dive, and dive isn't really good now. But if dive ever becomes better, you bet this character's shooting up the fucking S+ tier, because he's just there to ward off dive. He's really good against dive. Okay, Emma is good. Same as Mag. I think really consistent hero. These are still your two best characters in the game, still best tanks. Emma got like a very slight nerf where she gets a little bit less energy off of shooting shields. She gets her diamond form is like 3 seconds longer, but this really doesn't matter. Like, she's still like such a good character, like so much damage. Highest, I think, like apart from Thor, like she's the highest damage in the game, but her survivability is way higher than Thor's, which is really convenient for her. She's just so good, so much damage. Her ult is also really fucking good. It often forces a support ult, or it can like straight up like you know, when you the fight, if you manage to catch a support and they like ult just to, if they don't ult on time, they ult like a second too late. Now they can't ult for like 3 seconds. They're getting charmed. You can just kill them. Like her ult is good. Her neutral is good. Her fucking anti-dive is also insane because she can, you know, catch divers with her diamond form and just one-shot them. It's just, she's just so strong. And on top of all of that, she gives the best tank in the game the team up. So like further just solidifying this as your usual tank duo in ranked. Absolutely insane. And again, as I mentioned earlier when I was talking about Strange and Hulk and Groot, she like sort of bullies the fuck out of like pretty much all of these characters under her. Like she bullies all of them. She's so good into all of them. And Psy, right? She also gives the team up to Psy. Like she's just so goddamn good, bro. Wolverine. It's so strange how Wolverine has gotten almost no changes, but it seems like his power level has fallen off quite a bit. Now, I don't think he's bad. Like this character has a niche. He's really good at countering some characters like Groot, but I feel like he's like he's not a character that you'd always want to run. You know, like he's just a niche character that you want to run in like, you know, when they have Groot, when they have Hulk, maybe Strange, when they're not running this shit, when they're not running an Invis. Like Invis in particular is so good against it. Like a good Invis that is looking for your grabs can straight up make you useless. Like genuinely, you guys need to understand how fucking good Invis is into Wolverine. If you're just keeping an eye out for him, you can push him out of like the grab, and then your push is like what, like an 8-second cooldown or something, and his grab is 16. So it is insane value. You just got to keep an eye out for that, and like you can just make Wolverine useless. Like I do think he does have a niche. You know, he's good against Groot, good against Hulk, good against Strange. He can peel Venom and Cap. Oh yeah, and he can also, I guess he can kill Invis in her ult, which is kind of nice. He's not too great into this current triple support meta, in my opinion. Like I think he's okay. I'd probably put him in A. Yeah, I'm happy with the A placement. He's just like a specialist counter character to. Speaking of S tier characters, we have the Human Torch. Now, realistically, I would put him here because his character is just Thanos. But I kind of need the rage bait screenshot of all the supports being on top. So I'm going to put him here. I do think he's probably still the best character in the game. Like, this character is just disgusting. He is so hard to hit. He does so much damage. He has the ability to dive. He has like a really good team up with one of the best characters in the game right now. He's good if you put Snowflake on him. He's good with Mantis. He's good with Ultron. He is like, usually you run 2-1-3 now. So 2 tanks, 1 DPS, and 3 supports. And there is no better character in that DPS slot than Torch. He is just way too good. I mean, you see this guy banned and ignite every single time. Like he is just that fucking good. Yeah, he's got the Spiderman team up. So the best character in the game, isn't that cool? The best character in the game has a team up with the worst character in the game. That's awesome. Best DPS in the game by far. Okay, not by far. Phoenix is pretty close, but like he's good. He's really fucking strong. The Thingling. Why does this character just kind of suck ass? Like it's so strange how he had, like when he was reworked, I thought that he's straight up like, you know, S tier, just below the top tanks, but now it just feels like no one runs him anymore. Like, yeah, he dies way too easily. Like he's way more mobile because he can jump to his targets, but I don't know. Nobody plays this guy. He's just too squishy. He just dies. He dies way too fast. He relies on like all of the tanks that are, you know, like to tank with their body, that don't have like some sort of like shield that they can throw, seem to be kind of struggling. And thing is, you know, he is just all about just taking it like a man on the chin, you know what I mean? And sketches just aren't super great. I mean, he does have like some sort of niche against like flyers, but he's not particularly great against them either, because you have to overextend. Usually if they can play safe with their team, and that means you're overextending, which means you need to use your jump to go in, which means you're gonna take a lot of damage because you're in the middle of 10 people, and then you have to charge out, which is really fucking slow, and you're probably gonna die. Like I don't know. And his ult is not great. I feel like a nice buff for him is they could maybe speed up his ult. That would be something I'd like to see. I think it's just too slow. It's so slow. It takes a while to come out while he's punching the ground, and It also travels really slow. C for clobbering. C for clobbering. Yep. Blade. Blade. Guys, the 2 damage changed everything. Blade is fucking crazy. Like, okay, this character not broken, guys. Let me list all of the things he can do. He has good mid-range pressure with his gun. He has incredible close range damage with his sword. He has an anti-heal ability on 2 of his abilities, actually, on his shift and on his ult, one of which is completely AoE that hits everybody. He is extremely mobile. He is very tanky because he can block 80% of the damage from the front, and he's a 350 HP character, which is exactly why I will put him in F tier, because this character still fucking sucks. He is still bad. His shit is just buggy. They got rid of one of his most important animation cancels. His shift never lands. Okay, let me explain to you guys why Blade pisses me the fuck off. Okay, I need to go into practice range to describe. Like, this character on paper should be really good because what I've just described sounds insane, but the devs were just so careful with the implementation of his stuff that, like, this anti-heal just doesn't land. Like, you can throw a shield in his face, but you don't even need to do that half the time, because usually when you want to apply the gun shift, like, it can miss if the enemy team is walking. Like, I'm gonna try to simulate someone walking back. Like, it can just miss in your face. Like, why the fuck does this miss? They get even more backwards momentum if they hold their S key. Like, his primary way of pressuring the front line can miss half the time, and this is a really long cooldown, right? This is like 8 seconds or something. So if one of these misses, you're just fucking sad. Not to mention that his gun is also just like, it's just so clunky to use because it has a range in which it's useless, and it's just really awkward to aim. It is so fucking awkward. And yeah, he used to also be able to do his full combo was basically shift. I mean, it was like shoot, gun shift into E into the melee shift. That felt really nice to do, but then they just arbitrarily like slap, like, see, I can't press my E until after the gun animation, like the anti-heal animation ends, which is just like, why would they do that? It's just so annoying, man. Like, this character, they were way too conservative with the anti-heal. Like, obviously they're really scared because it is an anti-heal character, which is a scary word, but it's just too weak in its implementation right now. And he ends up like, you can't really go into melee range a lot because, so since his stacks decay so fast, oftentimes when you, like, let's say I build him up and then I go into gun and then I shoot a couple of shots, by the time I come back, I'm already at like 0 stacks. Like, if I want to shoot just a few shots, and then not to mention like building his meter from 0 stacks just takes so long. You cannot be in someone's face in rivals for 10 seconds like this to build it up, and your reward for building it up is like mediocre DPS. Like, I know this seems good now when this character's not getting healed, but you add any healing into the mix and it's just like, at best you're just negating the healing, which isn't really enough because you're dying. Like, you're healing yourself a little bit, but it's not enough compared to like the enormous damage you're gonna be taking if you're fucking trying to dive their backline. His blade, like, I just, okay, I'm not gonna put him in F tier, but like, he is really inconsistent when it comes to carrying. And his ult is also like, another problem is his ult is just so thin. It is just so thin. It's just so easy to walk out of. The anti-heal it applies is only 20 seconds, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like he needs, if I were to make a change for this character, I feel like I would start by making his resource just not decay so fast. Like, this character is obviously meant to like weave between gun and sword, but you can't do that if like by the time you come back your meter is fully gone. So that's why people meme on this character and just say he's only a gun. He's just gun. He's not blade, he's gun. That's why people meme on him. I don't know. He's just like, he's really interesting and could be really good, but I feel like he's just severely undertuned in his current state. And the devs are just so scared of like making melee characters good. That's why all of them are just super low, except Magik, who's kind of okay this season. Okay, Phoenix, second best DPS in the game. Great ult, great mobility, really solid damage, really good AoE. Has some utility in the form of the stun on her right click. Her ult is really strong when comboed with Luna. Her ult is really strong when comboed with Mag. No, she's not. She's absolutely S+ tier. She's absolutely S+ tier. Absolutely S plus. I think the only 2 DPS in the game that are worthy of S plus are Phoenix and Torch. Whenever Torch is banned, you want to run Phoenix. Phoenix is the best character to put in that slot if Torch is banned, which he usually will be. She's got like a good amount of cell peel. Yeah, she's like a better version of Hela. Like this character is way harder to kill than Hela because she's constantly healing. She has like she has iframes when she dashes, and she can fly. Yeah, 2 fire characters at the top, true. Yeah, I just think Phoenix is really good. Like, she's the best hit scan option that you can run in this season, in my opinion. Okay, now, Angela is... this is weird. I definitely think she's low tier, but this character is pretty annoying. It's kind of like Spiderman, where her value is dependent on knocking people off the map, and on some maps it can be really hard to prevent. Like, for example... yeah, she's like the Wolverine of tank, like kind of like she's like a Spider-Man that can fly. Like she's like a better version of Spider-Man in my eyes, because at least, you know, she's a little bit better at like pulling people off, and she won't die if she just like walks around. She's like a shield that she can block damage with, and it's just a lot harder to just kill her. You know, it's a lot harder to swat her than it is to fucking just swat Spider-Man out of the fucking sky. But yeah, I think she's low tier. She's really inconsistent, and like she's okay, but I think she's really map dependent. Like if you're on a map with a pit, I think she's definitely like, you know, A tier. She can be really hard to deal with. But since a lot of, not even just maps, like there's points in the game which, you know, might or might not have pits, and I think she should be like a tool in your arsenal that you always have at your disposal. And usually she won't be banned because she's like a niche character, and like if you know that there's a pit on the map where you're playing, then I absolutely recommend playing her. I think she's really good, but I don't think she's a character that you always play, you know, like she's not like a staple default tank that you want to be, well, I guess defaulting to. So just always keep her in mind. But yeah, even if there is a pit, I still think like it's not as uncounterable as it might seem, because, you know, stuff like Invis can cuck her, like Bucky can hook her or shift into her, and just she usually dies off of that. Like she's very easy to stun or like push, or, you know, there is counterplay. It's not like she's really fun. No, she is really fun to play. She's basically, yeah, like a super mobile tank that just flies around, pushes you, rage baits you. Like it's just like a nuisance overall. But like, you know, it's really hard to rate her because her consistency is like pretty much, it's so inconsistent. Like her performance varies from map to map more than any other hero in the game, which is why I think like I'd probably put her, you know, we can find, but like look, they're gonna be lined up so nicely if it's like this. Look how perfect it is. It's like, look, it just looks nicer this way. I don't know. I just think she's inconsistent. Bro, put Spider-Man in F tier? Come on. I explained why I think Spider-Man sucks. And if I was realistic, the only character in F tier would just be Mr. Fantastic. I would put Spider-Man here, I guess. Like, there's just no reason you ever want to run Fantastic. He's just, but yeah, we have to put Spider-Man in F tier for the rage bait. He's just bad in this meta. F for Fantastic. How is Mantis S+? She enables triple support. In high elo, the preferred teams to run right now are 2-1-3. So 2 tanks, 1 DPS, and 3 supports. And Mantis is the best character in the game for enabling this triple support stuff. L tier list. That'll be clickbait. L tier list. No, this is a good tier list. These are, in my opinion, like just pretty much the best characters in the game. It's okay. How many supports are in S tier? S plus tier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 supports. And then Cloak is basically also in S plus, but I mean she's just a little bit more counterable. So I put her there. Torch is top of S plus if you play him. S tier if AMZ plays him, and D or F if Luke plays him. Facts. 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 You're just stupid. Triple supporters for trash DPS. Yes, that's the problem. If you're bad at DPS, you can just swap. Like, do you guys know how many games I've had in Rivals over the past week where it's 2-2, and then we're hard winning, and then the enemy team is just like, okay, let's go triple support, and then we start hard losing until we match it. It is genuinely so cringe, guys. It is genuinely so fucking cringe. Triple support is just way better than any 2-2 compositions. Now, I don't have any stats to back this up. I just have, you know, off of feeling, I feel like most of the time it's such a chore to play into like, okay, even if like it might be closer than you think, like let's say 2-2 versus triple support only wins like I don't know, 222 wins 49% of the time, and then like triple support wins 51%. Even if that's the case, I genuinely feel like it is such a fucking chore. It is not fun. And that's the problem. It is not fun to play into triple support. It is not fun. I don't care how good they are. I think they're better than 222, but it's just a chore. It is genuinely a fucking chore to play into, and it needs fixing. It needs fixing immediately. Because these characters that are in the top here have one thing in common, and that's that they can fucking do a lot of healing while doing a lot of damage as well, which makes DPS characters fucking obsolete. And they usually have really good ults as well. The best in the game even. Yeah, I think triple support is just the best. How is Ultron S+? Really good into triple support. Really good with pretty much almost any combination of the 3 supports that you run. Just really strong. Super good against dive. You guys genuinely gotta try playing Ultron. Ultron is like... Out of all my unranked Celestials, I did one on Ultron, and it felt so goddamn easy to carry. Like, I could just basically DPS. This character has barely any drop-off. Like, he loses maybe like 20% of his damage or something at max range, which means you don't like 2-shot, but it's whatever because you're still applying a fuck ton of pressure, and you're completely safe. Because what heroes can really contest you from here? Like, fucking Hela, like Phoenix, maybe? But that's like an even fight almost, honestly. Because you know, you can press your shift, right click, and now you have 365 health. And Hela only has 250, for example. And also you're really fast while you're, you know, in your shift mode. Yeah, I mean, there you go. This is my tier list for season 4, guys. Currently, it might be obsolete soon because we might get a patch. I don't know. I don't know if NetEase is dropping a patch. But yeah, currently as things stand, this is the tier list for season 4.